What's up everyone? So I have my gravel bike right here and I have my road bike right here. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about the differences between the two of them and which one you might want to go with if you're looking for a new bike. Let's get into it. So first I'm going to kick this off with tire size. As you can see, the road bike tire is much narrower than the gravel bike tire. And this is because of speed and efficiency. You want to have the fastest tire and the fastest bike. A road bike is going to be for you. Gravel bike, much more knobbier, wider tire, better for off-road and riding in conditions that it's going to be a bit more stable for you. Road bike tires won't fit a gravel bike tire, so you're gonna need a different type of bike for that, typically like an all-road bike. And these days you might be able to find something where you can get at least 32 to 35 millimeter tires in there. But if you want to fit wider than 35 millimeter tires, you're going to need something like a gravel bike that can have space for a larger tire that can go up to 45 or even larger, sometimes 50, like my bike here. So the difference with the gravel bike is that you have the best of both worlds. You can actually put a smaller tire on this bike. You may need a different wheel set. So this could be interchangeable, whereas this bike, you can only ride one style of wheels. This can fit road wheels, gravel wheels, so that makes the bike much more versatile. Next, the major difference for a gravel bike and a road bike is going to be the gearing. Now, in terms of my gearing on my gravel bike, I have a 1x system, and the jumps are significant compared to my road bike, whereas I'm running a 2x system on my road bike. On my gravel bike, I have a 42 single chainring up front with an 11 to 42 cassette. On my road bike, I have a 52 to 34 with an 11 to 28 cassette. Now, on my gravel bike, it's gonna be really nice when it comes to climbing up hills and even like a big mountain or something. Whereas on my road bike, I might be a little bit limited with the types of gears that I have in the back just because my range is only up to 28 and I can only fit about a 30 tooth cassette in the back here. Now, in terms of overall top end speed, the road bike is gonna shine. It could maximize a top end speed much faster than my gravel bike can. It's actually much faster as well, and so jumping between gears is going to be much smoother than it would be on my gravel bike. They can be changed. You can put a 2x setup on my gravel bike. You can also put a 1x on a road bike. So depending on the type of gearing that you want to have on your bike, you know, it could be 50-50 for both, which could be a nice healthy balance. But depending on your setup, with mine currently, my gravel bike is going to be pretty nice when it comes to climbing, whereas this road bike might struggle a little bit depending on the grade, but overall top end speed, the road bike is going to shine. So in terms of geometry, the road bike is going to be a lot stiffer and more responsive, as it should be. And my gravel bike is going to be a bit more receptive and stable when it comes to riding on trails, as it should be, right? Because you want it to be smooth and comfortable. The road bike is going to put me in an aggressive position because the geometry is more suited for aerodynamics, whereas the gravel bike is a bit more of an upright position. So depending on what you're going for, comfort, the gravel bike's definitely going to be a lot more comfortable, whereas my road bike, faster, more aerodynamic, it's going to put me more of in a aggressive position when on the bike, meaning I'm going to be able to go faster and my back's going to hurt a little more. Just kidding. Make sure you get a bike fit for both. So if you have two different types of bikes, you want to make sure that you set your bike up correctly and make sure that you are comfortable on your bike. That is key to being able to be comfortable, whether you're on a gravel or a road bike. So if I had one bike to rule them all, what would it be? The road bike or my gravel bike? I mean, there are things that my road bike does that my gravel bike just doesn't, and there are things that my gravel bike can do that my road bike can't even fathom of doing at all. So I mean, it really depends on what you're going for, and it's all about personal preference. It could be also tied to environment, right? Depending on what you ride more of. If you're in an area where it's flat, where there aren't any trails or gravel, then a road bike might be more practical. Whereas if you have both, maybe a gravel bike might work best for you. Or you're looking for versatility and just one bike, maybe a gravel bike might do that. So I'd like to know in the comments, drop it in the bottom of the video here, which bike do you prefer? Or if you're looking for a new bike, which one you plan on going with, road bike or gravel bike? Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.